Welcome to part 3 of my recap. In this episode, we see that Yuya is back home and is thinking about the encounter with the girl, and despite his concerns, he assumes she's okay since Knights helped her. Yuya considers buying new clothes with the money he's made in the other world, as he is wearing the same enchanted dress all the time. Maybe next time he should hunt for a magical dress that could also transform into another dress, then he will never have to change again. Meanwhile, we see a photographer who is angry with a model named Sho for being late to a photo shoot which is focused on the theme, shopping with hot boyfriend. He decides to find a replacement within the mall as everyone, including the other female model named Miyu, is also waiting. As Yuya enjoys some retail therapy, two girls approach him, showing interest in hanging out. Suspicious of a sales tactic, he politely declines them, but unbeknownst to him, his rejection leaves the girls in a mesmerized trance, completely captivated by his godlike charm. Meanwhile, the photographer is struggling to find a replacement model for the photo shoot and spots Yuya, thinking he'll be perfect. The photographer explains their situation and, despite his lack of modeling experience, Yuya reluctantly agrees to pose as Miyu's pretend boyfriend. During the shoot, the photographer urges Miyu to get closer to Yuya to get more reactions from him, and it works. Yuya starts giving all kinds of comical reactions when Miyu wraps her arms around him, and he starts sweating when she holds him close, and the photographer thinks it's perfect. Perhaps this photographer has a different kind of theme in his mind. Meanwhile, in the other world, Princess Lexia is determined to find and thank her savior, but her knight dismisses the idea of someone living in the dark forest. However, Lexia is determined to search for the mysterious person who saved her. The knight warns Princess Lexia about the dangers of returning to the dark forest, but she convinces him and the others to come with her anyway. Poor knights have no choice but to obey the arrogant princess. Meanwhile, the fashion shoot finally wraps up, and Yuya is exhausted. When Miyu thanks him, he nearly chokes on his drink. She offers him her handkerchief, but Yuya hesitates because he's all sweaty. Looks like getting close to a girl is more challenging for Yuya than fighting monsters. Yuya thinks Miyu is a natural at modeling, but she confesses that she made plenty of mistakes when she started out. Miyu opens up about why she got into modeling. Her busy parents never had time for her, so she wanted to be noticed. And she continued because she loved bringing happiness to people. She encourages Yuya to pursue his dreams and enjoy the journey. As they chat, the photographer takes a bunch of candid pictures of them, but at that moment suddenly, the model Sho arrives and make a move on Miyu, making her uncomfortable. Yuya intervenes. Sho tries to punch him, but Yuya switches to his god mode and effortlessly throws him to the ground, leaving everyone in shock. Yuya worries about causing a scene and getting into trouble for attacking a model. However, the crowd cheers for him, thinking he is cool. Sho is surprised about his unexpected defeat despite his boxing skills. The photographer tells Sho that he has recorded the incident and asks him to apologize and leave. Miyu expresses her gratitude to Yuya for helping her with Sho, and the photographer offers Yuya more modeling gigs, but Yuya declines, feeling he is not good enough. The photographer respects his decision, and they end up giving him all the clothes from the shoot as thanks for his help because they weren't able to pay him since he is not a professional. On the way back, Miyu is looking at photos of today's shoot. She expresses a desire to work with Yuya again, and the photographer teases Miyu about her feelings for Yuya. It seems like Yuya might have another potential candidate for his growing harem. Back at home, Yuya organizes his wardrobe, packing all of his new clothes and feeling grateful for the unexpected turn of events. Meanwhile, in the other world, we see Lexia's knights struggle against goblins, and they are probably cursing the princess in their minds. As a goblin tries to attack the princess, Yuya appears and kills it. Lexia is overjoyed to see that Yuya is the real deal, and he finishes off all the remaining goblins like a pro. He even treats one of the knights. But wait, things take a surprising turn when Lexia approaches Yuya with a serious expression. And then, out of the blue, she asks him to marry her, shocking everyone. Back in the real world we see that a woman from an agency is looking at Yuya's pics from the photo shoot and is desperate to sign him. She orders her associate to find him before any other agencies get to him. Seeing how he was able to stand up next to Miyu when he is just an amateur, she is determined not to let him get away. This is where the video ends. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode. Please subscribe, turn on the bell notification, like, comment and share.